Welcome back, guys. Couch Surfing Podcast, Season 2, Episode 16. We're back.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. It's been over a month. Under 2 months. So somewhere between there. We took a little break. Had a little hiatus. Lots have happened. But
Lots of crazy stuff.
Lots of crazy stuff have happened. But we're back. We're here to talk about some of it. And let y'all know what the hell's been going on. Because stuff's been happening. And one of them, obviously, I don't know if we talked about it a month and a half ago in the last episode that, we had shot or not. But I was getting married.
Yeah.
Was getting married.
You was.
I was getting married. And unfortunately, I went through with it. Unfortunately, I went through with it. And I did it, and everything's over now.
Everything's over now.
It's actually funny enough. Since getting married, for at least the first week, it was downhill. The first week was just downhill.
How so?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
We'll get into it.
Okay.
But the first week of marriage was just downhill.
Oh no!
It just wasn't good.
That means we can only go up
Yeah,
from here,
exactly.
hopefully.
No, we definitely hit rock bottom in our first week of marriage, 100%. But we're on the up. We're on the up. So we'll backtrack a little bit. Go back in time to rehearsal, day before wedding.
Friday,
yeah.
June
24th. So we decided to have our rehearsal dinner at Chick's. People that don't know Chick's, it's a restaurant bar that's kind of in the marina, like on the water.
Yeah.
Area.
Boats can pull up.
Boats pull up
can
and
pull up
stuff
in your
like
car,
that. Yeah,
whatever.
it's right there. I like to go on boat a lot with one of my friends, but we go every week. Too much, way too much. I've definitely spent way too much money at Chick, 100%.
That's how they stay in business.
I know for a fact I've given too much money over the past. If I add up couple past years, it's definitely a couple grand. A couple grand in there, for sure. I mean, you can go there in one night, spend $100 on food and drinks, but with one, you get a date, obviously me and Grace.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Easy $100 right there.
Absolutely.
It's the crushes and the green tea shots that just get you.
Yeah.
The green tea shots there are $7.
I believe it.
God.
Isn't that crazy?
They're so fucking tasty though. One of these days, I'm just gonna break down and just be like, hey. Can I get 5 green tea shots, put it into a crushed cup, just pour all 5 shots into it? I'll sip on that. $35 for it.
I don't think they'll serve it to you.
Really?
Well, they might serve it to you.
Yeah,
No,
maybe.
just
Can I get 5 green tea shots, thinking they're only for a thing. Also, I should get a cup of the crushed ice in a cup. They're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Pour it on there. Here's our drink for the night.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I get the biggest headache, I bet, if I did that, though. The amount of sugar and all that's in it.
Maybe.
I mean, then again, I pretty much live off
Rum and Coke.
rum and Coke, or Coke Zero, though.
Yeah,
when
Coke
I can,
Zero.
When I can. But yeah, so anyhow, we're at Chick's. Weather was perfect.
Yeah.
It was a little warm.
At first, but not once the sun started.
Yeah, it was a little warm, but it wasn't hot. I was really worried about dripping sweat and hot and stuff like that, but it wasn't as hot as it could be.
Oh, for sure, not
the week before, it was so sticky. It's in Chick's.
How about this week on Wednesday or Thursday?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I haven't been outside because I've been just working from home now.
Dude, that's what I'm looking to do.
So, I mean, we were very lucky on weather, but the food was great, service was great, drinks were great. I had about 100 people there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but pretty much 100 people. We're there, gave some good speeches. Yeah, it was a great time.
Benton's dad sang.
Yeah, my dad lied. The whole speech was a lie. He said, Benton and I talked about this. No, he didn't. We didn't talk about jack shit. I don't know what you're talking about. He said, this is Benton's song or something. I'm like, no, it's not. Some Elvis song. I'm like, I've literally never listened to Elvis whatsoever. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, he gave some song or something. He wanted to MC, which was very out of character. for him. Like,
Yeah.
at first, and like months ago, he was like, I don't know if I'm going to go to Chicks. I don't know if I'll go to the rehearsal. Like, I may just like do something with all like the Wentz families and stuff. I was like, that's fine. That's fine. But then he's like, well, will you let me MC? I'm like, sure. Ain't no way in hell you're gonna, though. Like, there's no way. And he did it, and he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, a bunch of family and friends there. You got to see people. I guess you haven't seen in a while, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been not like forever, but like I saw Clayton at the rehearsal dinner. I'm trying to think. I was mostly just hanging out with like the squad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did though. We had a special guest that flew in.
Oh yeah.
That flew in, and like I said, I threw this guy an invite because we were friends, stuff like that. And I was like, hey, it'd be kind of funny if he came to the wedding. Like, I was not expecting him to actually say yes, but I wanted to let him know, like, hey, you're only invited. Guy named Grant that I met.
We've talked about it.
I know, yeah, I think we have too. But this was probably back in 2012, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
It's like freshman, sophomore year of high school. That a guy that I have been playing Xbox with for 2 years, and I decided to fly out to New Albany, Ohio, and stay with his family and all the other guys that we play with, all the other friends, and go to school with him for like a week.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. He showed up. He came out there. It was our special guest all the way.
Good old Grant.
Good guy. But it was a great time. The Chicks, they did an amazing job, and we shut it down at 7. Is when we had to stop and open up we had closed open bar, made it cash bar at 7, and then it's open up to locals.
Yeah.
So now it's open to everyone. That was the deal with Chicks, because it's prime summer. We can't have that thing like way too late. They're not gonna make money.
Yeah. Or they're gonna charge you for all the money they're losing.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's exactly.
Expensive.
Exactly. I mean, like, Chicks a couple of weeks ago, one night made $1 million. It was like a month or two ago. It was Body, and they broke their record. They hadn't broken the record since 2019, and it was like 1.2 mil. Is what they made in like one night in like food and like drink sales.
That's absurd.
Like, it was so much, like, they had DJ. I mean, it was like full blown party. They went to like 2 a.m. They made so much money. And so we opened it up to the public. People started coming in. We stayed there. I kept telling Christian, I don't want to stay too late. He's like, all right, that's fine. I can take you home. I'm like, yeah. Let's leave at what did I say, like 9:30?
I think you were like trying to be like at 9:45. I'm gonna finish up my drink and we'll leave by 10.
Yeah, leave by 10. We're out of here by 10.
He's like, at the latest, I'll leave by 10.
Yeah,
the latest.
And Christian, I can see it in his face. Christian's like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm like, no, for real. He goes, yeah. Well, 10 o'clock rolls around. Oh, look, 10:30. He's just like, okay. And then 10:30 comes around, and Chris like, okay, like, I'm gonna go. And I'm like, all right, man, like, no worries, like, it's all right, like, I'm gonna be for a little bit longer. Like, it's all right, you can go.
And so, like, Hanson's trying to go to Ballyhoo's, and like,
everyone's there. People are like,
it's getting to the point where people are
getting really hammered at Chicks, and it's either they're staying longer, getting fucked, or they're leaving, or they're going to a new place now.
Yeah.
And my cousin just rolled in, Morgan, and he bought me a shot that kind of sent me over. That was like the deal that kind of like pushed me. I was like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. That one hurt. So when that one happened, Christian left. I stayed till like 11. Don't know how it happened. Don't know who convinced me. Someone in the squad, whatever, was like, let's go to Ballyhoo's. Hanson just texted, that's where he's at. We should go there. And usually I'm like, fuck no. Fuck ballyhoos. It's literally ground zero of COVID. Like
It's just this wild bar that's huge.
it has a huge outdoor space. And the farther back you go into this outdoor space, it kind of narrows and narrows and narrows to like the end. But the farther you go back, the younger the people get. And I swear to God, there's like 16-year-olds like in
Is
the
it still all the way open up to under the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like kids that can get in through the.
They go like down the bridge. They go down like the steep ravine. They come down now like they're in it. So they don't have to. There's no cover or anything. But when we got there, there's already probably a couple thousand. Or probably at least 1,000 people, minimum 1,000.
Yeah.
And body there.
It's a Friday night.
Friday night, weather's fire. And there's a wait. We're in line. We're sitting there for like a little bit. I run to Chris. I run to Rylan and Josh. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? We're like in line. It's been like 15 minutes. We've been there for like 15 minutes. Hanson's texting me. He's like, yeah, where you at? I'm in line. He's like, all right, cool. We like hear the bouncer be like, yeah, like, just so you know, we're doing 1 for 1 now. Which means like one person goes, one person goes in. Is how like, so they're not letting anyone in until like one person leaves.
Yeah.
So if a group of 3 leave, they'll let 3 in.
Yeah.
I don't care if your group is fucking 4 people.
Yeah.
We're only letting 3 in. So we're like, he was like, it's probably like 45 minutes. And it's already like 11-ish, almost 11:30. I'm like, fuck this. I like finally came to, like snapped. I was like, why the hell are we here?
What am I doing?
Because it's like Hanson and Grant were there and someone else. They were like all in there.
I think Caleb Bureau
and Trev were back there, yeah. And I was just like, no, like fuck this. Like I'm going home. I don't need to be here. Like, and the squad was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't feel like staying in line for 45 minutes. Like, then go get into the bar line and wait, 15 to 30 minutes to get one fucking drink, and then be out of here at like midnight. So like, yeah.
Plus the wedding's the next day.
Wedding's next day, which I totally forgot about. It wasn't even, they didn't even think, I didn't even know about the wedding at that point. Totally forgot I was getting married. I was like, fat. So we head home. Uber back to 58th. Jacob ran, like, bring me back here. Sleep.
Wait. No, you went back to the cab.
Oh, fuck, you're right. That's why I was like, man, where did I said I came back here, but then I was like, where did I sleep? Like, I don't remember sleeping here.
No, did they take you to the cab, or did you Uber?
Yeah, we Ubered to 58th Street, and then Jacob drove me to the cab and dropped me off. So I stayed at the Cavalier starting Friday night. You're right. Woke up at the Cav, or woke up day of wedding, not feeling too hot.
Yep.
Was a little hungover. Not too bad because I stayed to Coke and my Coke and rum, rum and Coke. Like, I stayed to it. So
besides the shot,
but that shot was rum though.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, luckily Morgan came in clutch with getting rum shot for me, but still it was too much. Like, it would push me over. So I stayed on that, so it was good, but I was definitely feeling a little like morning of.
I'd rather be sleeping.
Yeah. So I like lay in bed for a while, and then eventually somebody comes and gets me, and we go to farmer's market, and I finally get like a little bit of food in me, get some apple juice, a popsicle, like try to get my stomach good. We were there, and then after that, squad and everyone, we went over to Princess Anne, all the groomsmen. We had lunch there, got ready. People had some drinks. I had like one drink.
Yeah, that dude gave us some Woodford.
Yeah. That's right. I totally forgot about that guy. Yeah, he did
like
offer
Woodford
some.
Double Oak. It's like a nice bottle.
Yeah. And at the club, they pour heavy.
Oh, yeah,
The bartender, anytime I go to the club, I literally order a rum and Coke, and then I also say, can I get also a side of Coke?
Because there's no Coke.
And then I mix the two to have 2 drinks, because they put like 2 to 3 shots in it. They don't care.
Yeah.
They literally don't give a shit there. So I had that. We start getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
We're all getting dressed now. There's some photos being taken of us and stuff. My shirt was hella fucking wrinkled. I was freaking out. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot to iron my shirt in my tux.
He's like, it's fine.
I was like, it's fine. And then everyone's like, or
No.
Britt says, nah, man.
He looked at it, he said, nope, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. He was like, Hanson, I need you to go home. Luckily,
There's like,
they live 2 minutes away, like, drive.
yeah, like a 2-minute walk almost. Like.
So Hanson came in clutch, ran home to their house, got an iron. We, like, steamed it on the floor. Got it a little bit done. It was good enough. It was wet enough so I could, like, pull out wrinkles, like, press it. Got it on. Went up for, like, first look. And then after that, y'all came up. We got a bunch of photos together, the whole squad. And then after that, we headed to the church. Chilled at the church for a little bit. Did the wedding. I was about to pass out.
Yeah.
I was about to pass out on stage. Yeah, I was kind of shaky. Not from alcohol. Just like standing in front of like 230 people. I'm like, I remember just like rocking just like a little bit. I remember moving my legs like a little, like shaking them, like twitching them out. Like Grace was like holding on to me. She's like, "Don't you fucking pass out." And I just told Grace like, "Catch me, catch me." She's like, "No." I'm like, "Come on."
That's funny.
What did you think of the wedding or the ceremony?
It was good. I didn't see Benton cry once.
Nope, I didn't cry a single damn time. I kept my shit together. Stone Cold Steve Austin up there. God.
Anybody who gets to see the pictures will see that.
So
No, it was good. I think it went smooth.
it was only 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was short.
It was only 30 minutes, and it was projected to go like 45 minutes.
The shortest wedding that I've ever been to was like literally like a 7-minute wedding.
Under 10.
Because they
Everyone
weren't religious.
sat, everyone walked down.
It was very small.
Said a little thing, did the vows, done.
Literally.
Wow.
And it was like wild. But like even your wedding, like there's ones that are longer that like seem like they go like an hour.
Well, there's some weddings that do an actual like church service.
Yeah. That's like what we were talking about whenever we got married, whether we were going to do an actual Catholic service and then our service.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, the wedding wasn't, like, I thought it was good timing. You guys got to do your communion as your first act. Yeah, it was good. I didn't drop the rings. I didn't lose them. What was funny was I was sitting there, and I have the rings, and, like, I remember there was like a cue word.
Yeah,
for, like,
I said,
we're getting ready.
And what do you give Grace? Like,
Yeah.
These rings.
And that's like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, what's the cue
You're like,
word?
when the fuck do I
and
get
then I just hear like rings, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not ready. And I'm like, the box is in my pocket.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you gotta reach your hand in without
like
trying to pull it out. And then like, I just have sweaty palms as it is, like always have. So I like finally get the rings out, and I talked to Kalana before we like did it, and he was saying to just like
place them.
Yeah, like place them, grab them both, and place them so that he can just dump them.
Yeah.
And so that all ended up. I felt like it took forever. But everyone was like, "Nah, like that one."
It was it was
like,
super smooth. I wish you would have dropped them. I wish you would have done it. It just would have been funny.
I was joking too. I was like, I should.
Well, you did. No, you definitely went like.
I was gonna like really joke, and if I was better at magic, I was gonna have them in my hand and pull them from behind Benton's ear and be like, "Ooh," drop them. But
oh God!
I don't think that was probably a smart idea at somebody's wedding. I feel like I'd be like taking a spotlight or something.
That would have been geeking.
But no, it went good. I mean, the lady who was singing was really good. The piano, I think there was a violin.
Yeah,
maybe?
Violin, piano, singer. We did it. We got pics. We headed over to Prince Anne Club. Partied there.
Yep.
It was great party from what I can remember. 75% of it I remember. The last 25, unfortunately, I was overserved by Grace's cousin, Megan.
Oh.
Every time my drink, my rum and coke got to like 25%, like still in there, she would take it from me and give me a new one. Every time. They didn't but it didn't register that she was like doing this. I was like, thanks!
Thank you!
And I'm just pounded these days. I definitely had over 10 rum and cokes, for sure. Easily over 10 rum and cokes, without a doubt.
Oh my gosh.
So, Christian gave a really good speech. Bridesmaids. No, the speech was great. I ended up crying on that one. Bridesmaids, whatever, gave a speech. Britt gave a speech. I think that was it on speeches wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was DJ. I thought was great.
Yeah, he was a cool dude.
I was very surprised on the DJ because usually I'm always like critical or like more like harsh.
Benton knows he can do it better.
Hey man, listen, I ran a frat house, buddy. I know how to keep.
I got the playlist.
I know how to get the people going. No, I thought he did a really good job. The club was awesome. We were supposed to end at like 10:30. We did until 11:30.
Yep.
And the club finally came in and turned the lights on and was like, hey, like, y'all need to, like, fucking go. Apparently, people had to come and grab me. And like, Benton, like, you need to leave. I'm like, nah, man, like, fucking freaking don't. And I don't remember leaving. There was, like, the big tunnel kind of, throwing flowers and stuff. And don't remember leaving. I, like, came to. What do you want to say?
No, I was just going to say, like, what was funny was, so my wife, Sarah, like, wasn't feeling too good. She, like, just really wanted to go home. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I can leave. Like, I'm the best man. But it was, like, 11 o'clock. Like, it's, like, 11:15. And I'm like, I mean, it's supposed to be done.
Done by now.
I'm like, I don't want to leave. But, like, my wife is just, like...
Can we go?
Yeah, like, she's ready. Like, she's sitting in a chair, like, literally looking miserable. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So finally, I was just like, all right, like, I'll just pull Benton aside. He's so hammered. I know he doesn't even remember anything.
Did you pull me over?
Yeah, I did. So
fuck. I don't remember
get
that.
Benton to, he's like, oh, well, let me say bye to Sarah. So he gets off the dance floor and we go over and I was just like,
I said goodbye to Sarah.
Yeah. You were like, thanks for coming, blah, blah, blah.
Fuck.
And
I cry.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like every time I say goodbye to somebody, I cry. Oh.
But we go to leave, her and I get in the car and I'm like, crap, all my stuff from when we changed is in the locker room in the men's lounge. So I was like, I'm just going to run back in and grab it. Timing worked out where, like, I go back in to grab it and now everyone's leaving. They're making the tunnel. So
you're like, yeah, fuck out.
I was like, I'll stay. Like, she can wait in the car. Like, I figured she's fine. So I see you guys off, and I could definitely tell that you were like
not there.
Yeah, I know you don't remember kissing Grace in the tunnel or like.
No, I came so close to kissing Tim Daffrin.
Really?
Oh, right on the lips. I like went in to like give him a kiss or something, because he opened up the car door for me, but he like turned like just in time. I swear, like I probably caught like side lip or something, but like. Don't remember that. Catherine like showed me a video. She was like, "Yeah, you like kissed him on the lips." I'm like, "What? No, I didn't." Like, I definitely fucking remember that. It was like, and like it was close, but I didn't. But it was close. But yeah, don't remember that. But no, it was great. And I like don't remember leaving. Get in the car. Apparently, I was just real quiet, just like sitting there like. And like Roxanne was like, "Is Benton okay?" And Britt's like,
"So what was the like? Who was it? Was it just Roxanne, Britt, you, and Grace?"
Yeah. And so Britt, we left, and all we did was just go around back.
Yeah. Because
we went to the back of the club because she had to get her stuff out of the locker room. I had to get my stuff out of the locker room. I got my stuff pretty quick, I guess. But I come to in the hallway. I'm sitting in the chair, and it was like coming out of the blackout because I just remember like finally like looking up, my vision is just shot, and luckily no spins, but it is blurry, it is not good. I can't see anything.
Where are my glasses at?
My ears ringing. I mean, tinnitus is a 10. It was just, I couldn't hear anything. I was discombobulated. I don't know. I was just like, and I just realized I was like so fucking drunk. Apparently, I talked to a couple people that came out right before I came to. Don't remember some of that. But I just remember like sitting there being like, uh-oh. I'm a little fucked.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So we go out to Cavalier and stuff. I don't end up like throwing up. I come kind of close. Gag a little bit. I'm like, no, keep it down. Come on, keep it down. Come on. I'm good. Somehow keep it down. Next day was just not good.
Nope.
The next day was not well. Not well. We had like a pool party or something like that. Was not good. Was not thriving.
The Pedialyte was necessary.
Yeah. It was a hard time. So that was on Sunday. We had the little pool party. I recovered. Barely. And then after that, honeymoon.
Yep.
Honeymoon time. And this is, like I said, this is pretty much when it starts all going downhill.
It's probably a place you went.
Like I said, woke up day after wedding, not well. Just fucked. So hungover. Did not feel good. Monday comes, we're flying out to Miami, then Barbados. We get to the airport at like, our flight boards at 6, and we get there at 4:30.
In the morning.
Oh yeah, in the morning. And the line is at the fucking door. I've never in my life.
At 4:30 in the morning.
I've never in my life seen Norfolk Airport this packed.
Look like LAX.
Oh, ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. And it was American. That was the problem. All the other ones were fine.
Damn Americans.
Goddamn, American Airlines was backed up. And I was like, I told Grace, I was like, listen.
What were you guys on?
What do you mean?
Were you on American?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the only flight that goes to
Barbados.
Barbados, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, and I'm like, look, Grace, if we don't make it, just letting you know. It is what it is. And then I was like, listen, like, you go, I'll check your bag. You go ahead and get security. You get on the flight. You make it. It's a fine if I don't. Like, who cares? She's like, no, like, I'm not going to leave you. I'm like, no, bro, fuck me. Like, I don't care. I was like, I have TSA pre-check. Like, I can get through quicker. Like, she's like, now. I'll start getting pissed at her. I was like, just fucking listen to me. We're not going to make it. We get like halfway through. And I'm like, we're not making it. We actually aren't making it. And for sure, if this didn't happen, we would not have made it. Lady comes out and just says, who's going to Miami? I was like, me, bitch.
I am.
And anyone that raised their hand going to Miami, they put them like in a private line, and it was like, and then
we gotta get this shit rolling.
Yeah, and then like after that, they said, who's going to Philly? And they started being those people. So like at least American did that.
Somebody said, all right, this isn't working the way it is.
Yeah.
We need to do something to make sure that it works for these people.
Yeah, and like I was like, the next flight taking off is Miami, and this line is too long. It's like, whoever the fuck's going to Miami needs to like.
They're at the front. Sorry.
Yeah, they need priority.
Yeah.
Like, or they're gonna miss their flight. Lucky we did that. Security was okay.
They didn't ask you to take your shoes off or get naked. Or...
So we did all that. We went through, got to our gate in time, got on the flight, head down to Miami. Was in Miami for like an hour or two. Head to Barbados. Getting down there, fire. We stayed at Sandals, amazing. Great place, great food, great people. Why does that sound like a restaurant slogan? Papa John's? I don't know.
Ruby Tuesdays?
Yeah, I don't know. Applebee's? I don't know. That sounds like a weird fucking slogan. Anyhow, we get down there, though, and the weather is just, like, not good. The weather just wasn't good. It was spotty, like, the whole time. It was just, like, it was kind of, like, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Just overcast, cloudy, with a little breaks of sunshine in between, and then random like storms, kind of like that random swells of like the Florida like weather that comes in.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that the whole time there. There was one good day on Thursday. Monday Monday night, Grace is like, my throat kind of hurts. I said, oh, okay. Tuesday. She's like, yeah, I really don't feel good. And I'm like, oh, bummer. Tuesday night. Or like Wednesday morning. I'm not feeling good.
I'm sick.
I'm not feeling good. Grace is like, okay now. Thursday, I die. I actually die. No energy, no nothing.
Were you achy?
Feel achy all over, headache, everything, shits. Full-blown COVID. Full-blown COVID. 100%. Grace was better at that time. She didn't get affected that much from it. She definitely had COVID too. She fucking gave it to me. Full-blown. Yeah, I mean, I knew I was gonna. I don't know why I don't know why we decided to do the honeymoon right after the wedding. We should have done the week after because I knew I was gonna get sick.
Yeah.
I always get sick after big parties every time, and it's usually COVID. I had a big party, whatever, for for New Year's here. No, and I knew I was supposed to get sick because one, I'm hammered, and I'm drinking that much, and I'm
T cells are down,
and I'm exhausting my body. T cells way down. I also, unfortunately, started taking everyone's vapes and just start ripping everyone's vapes at the wedding. I mean, I probably at least tried like 12 people's vapes.
So,
Colin,
and all the people that they're letting try.
Yeah, and so like I said, I was vaping out of at least a couple hundred people's. Like, so obviously I'm gonna fucking catch it. No duh. Like, no shit, I'm gonna catch it. I should have just bought my own vape. I should have just done it.
But that would make it a little too real.
Yeah, that's right, because I don't vape. Yeah, so I'm just not well. I stay in bed the whole day on Thursday, which was the only sunny day. Grace was like outside tanning, and she keeps coming in. She's like, I'm bored. Like, will you like come like hang out with me? I told her, I was like, fuck off. Like, I am not good. Like, no. I'm like going in and out of sleep. My body is just like shutting down. I can't move it. I don't like telling Grace I'm gonna listen. I'm like, I know for a fact I have COVID. Luckily, we don't have to test to get home anymore. They stopped that in Jan. If we would have had a test, no way I'd be back. I'd still be there.
I'd be in a camp.
Oh, yeah. But I'm gonna tell Grace, I'm like, listen, like, and I was also trying my hardest not to throw up, because when anytime I do get sick, COVID or not, 'cause this is my second time. I had that in January. But when I start throwing up, I don't stop. I don't stop throwing up till I have. I don't stop throwing up till I have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I was gonna say he needs an IV.
Yeah, exactly. I don't stop throwing up till I have to go to the hospital because I literally will get so dehydrated, and it gets to the point where I can't even ingest fluid. I'll drink a cup of water.
Throw up 2.
Yeah, 2 cups come out. Yeah, so, but I held it together. Didn't throw up. Friday, kind of like. Friday I was pretty good, kind of back to normal-ish, and then Saturday, full-blown, like, normal since then. So, like I said, it was just a shit show downhill.
Damn.
It just wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It just wasn't fun at all. The flight home took a while to get on our first flight. We land in Miami. Flight keeps getting delayed. And finally take off at, like, midnight. We like get back here at 3 a.m. Get home at 4 a.m. Here.
Is that Monday or Sunday?
This would have been 4th of July Monday.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So we get in. No. This is Sunday. So we get in 4 a.m. Sunday.
Okay.
I was just like fucking done. So yeah, and then. And been married ever since.
Been married ever since. Well, I'm glad that it wasn't anything that I thought might have been going wrong. It was just sickness.
Just sickness.
And cloudy.
And weather wasn't good, and the flights were just, like, ass. And, like, I was just not having it on the way
I
home.
wish we would have stayed home.
I know. Grace and I were both like, we should have just stayed at home. We're not gone. Like, we should have, like, waited a while. Like, we should not have done this. We both 100% agree that it was not a good honeymoon. It was the worst trip we've ever taken with each other.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So, and we also both agreed that we are never taking a trip together, just the two of us.
Really?
We have to have other people with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just kind of boring. Like, the two of us, it was just like.
For
also,
sure.
the other problem with Sandals, like I said, it was a great place, but Sandals was just like, we were 100% the youngest people there. 100% youngest people there. No kids.
Yeah.
And everyone was just so chill and vibey. Like, it was quiet. I'm like, yo, where's the music at? I'm trying to rage. Like, where's the club? Like, if I wasn't sick, I would have been, like, by the pool, brought my own speaker, like, what's up? Like, let's go. Like,
yeah.
Like, but now it was just, like, a bunch of old people that just wanted to chill and eat and drink. I'm like, nah, man, like, there's a fucking dance competition over here. Let's go. Like,
now you get to see the people that you've joined.
yeah, I know. So, yeah, Grace and I decided, yeah, we're never traveling solo again. We have to bring another couple with us, for sure.
Nice.
But, yeah.
We'll do Barbados, Doyles and Wentz's.
Yeah, for real. Or no, I'd rather go down to OBX or something like that, man.
Yeah, man.
God. So, I'm 2 weeks. I'm 2 weeks married now.
What's the advice?
I have so much advice. 1, don't travel alone with your wife.
Don't travel alone with
Don't travel alone with your wife. 2, if y'all aren't on the same eating schedule, fucking forget about it. Fucking forget
Don't even
about
get
it.
married.
Don't even get married. I eat at 5:30. This bitch wants to eat at like 7.
Yep.
I said, you can go fuck yourself.
5:30, 7, 6.
Yeah, exactly. I said 6 o'clock. She's like 6:30, and I said, you're eating by yourself. I made dinner, made ravioli stuff, nice,
Chef Boyardee.
like some good stuff. I ate it 30 minutes before. I made a nice plate for her when she sat down. She ate by herself, and I sat with her. But
That's pretty funny.
I am not waiting. Like, I cannot do this.
It is funny, like, there's little things that, like, at first you have to learn to work.
She also wants to go to bed hella late. Hella late.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I have to go to bed like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm like, cool. I'm more like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we compromise at 10 on that one. I'm allowed to finally get in bed at 9:30.
Well, that's like, it's sort of funny to me because like Sarah and I go to like.
Do y'all go to
the
bed
same
together?
time. Yeah, like if I'm not in there, she cannot go to sleep.
Yeah, fuck that.
So like,
nah, I get in bed. I'm like,
well, yeah, it's funny because like I know plenty of older couples that like don't go to bed at the same time anymore. Like there's like I know some that like they'll go to bed at like 8:30 or 9, like you're saying, and the other half won't go to bed until like 2 in the morning. I'm like, okay, that's a little wild.
yeah.
What do you do for 7 hours by yourself?
It's called my alone time.
Exactly. But yeah, like we'll go to bed at the same time. Luckily, she gets up early for work, so like during the school year, she wants to go to bed early. But it is funny to try to like work out actually being in the same house, living together, like everything that comes with that, food, sleeping, like wait until you're like.
Those are really the only two things that we've had like the weird instance on is the sleeping. The waking up is fine because she doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
Right now, and she's still looking. So like, I just get up to go to work whenever. So it doesn't bother me. But yeah, it's the bedtime and the food eating schedule.
Have you guys had your nice little Sunday cleaning days?
Tomorrow will be our first.
How about laundry? How much laundry have you guys?
We did laundry when we got back, and I did most of I did most of the laundry because I don't mind it. Because
Yeah.
I also, like I said, because she was running errands and stuff, and then I was working from home, so it's just easy for me to just do all the laundry.
Mhm.
But I had to like learn like what can't be dried.
Exactly.
Which
That's like...
which I told her, I said, listen, you need to have your own laundry day of things that can't be dried because I'm fucking doing laundry, everything in dryer. Don't give a fuck what it is. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't want you pissed
Yeah.
at me. So yeah, I mean that hasn't been too much of an issue. But yeah, no, it's been good. It's been weird, definitely. I mean, yeah, living with somebody is, and I've had roommates obviously, but this is a weird roommate.
This is a weird roommate.
This is a weird roommate. Like I said, it's just the eating thing that's getting me the most right now. Just like, let's eat at 6:30. I'm like, you can go fuck yourself, guys.
Plus what you eat.
Yeah. She's all
days
this
are
like
over.
some Trader Joe's stuff. She wants to do these salads or something. I'm like, give me my goddamn chicken breast
And
and
eggs.
3 eggs, and I don't care. But I am tonight though. I'm gonna try to make pad thai. I'm gonna see if I can find a simple recipe because I got someone gave us a walk.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna head up to the Asian market and go buy some pad thai like noodles and see if I can whip it up.
You definitely can.
Yeah, I think it'll be good because she really loves pad thai, but the pad thai place that we get her from, which is like 2 minutes down the road, bro, shit is expensive.
Yeah.
Pad thai, 2 orders of pad thai, easy $30, $35, easy, 100%. It's like 10. It's like $12 to $15 for one thing of pad thai.
You'll probably end up spending like the same amount or close to it, but like you'll get so much more.
Oh no, the portion I'll get is that I'll get a massive portion. I'll still end
Have
up
lunch.
That's the same. We'll have we'll have leftovers,
Yeah.
which is nice too. Like about it, and I usually get beef and she gets chicken, but obviously I'm just gonna do chicken. No, I ain't buying no beef. No, but yeah. So, no, it's just been interesting. Those are kind of my life updates there. I don't think there's really anything else that I have going on. Hopefully nothing else springs up.
Hopefully.
I'm
Hopefully.
getting tired already.
It'll be fun to see.
She left me this week
Yeah.
to go.
That's how bad it was.
That's how bad it was. Yeah, our first full week of marriage being home, she left me on Thursday and comes back tonight on Saturday. She was like, I gotta go.
I gotta get out.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
Finally.
Well, so what's Doyle's life updates? What's been going on for the past month and a half? Any changes, discoveries, growth?
Dude, it's like so hard. It's funny. So I looked up before we started this episode, like the last episode that we had uploaded, and the last thing that we had uploaded, part of the title was when we were chopping down the tree at work, and we had like cut a snake in half. So a lot has happened at work since then. I mean, we have all the fields, so a 3-acre field of, well, I'll have to retouch on that first 3-acre field, but 3-acre field, 4-acre field, and I think it's another 4 or 5-acre field are all planted.
They grown yet? Anything sprouting?
So, yeah, the first acre of the first 3 acres, we have what I'll say is sort of under control. So,
God.
We go through with weed whackers, which is sort of dangerous because you can take out the plants super easily.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like the only way to really
efficiently
actually make some progress.
Yeah, to do acres.
So, I mean, I guess it's just part of the plan, you're going to lose some plants. So we're doing that, and it's manageable, but like, even to do 1 acre, it takes about half a day for 5 or 6 of us to like really go at it. So you got to do that once a week, basically. That's only that 1 acre. So the second 2 acres that we never got to of the first 3 acres, had grass that was
They
like
just
up to my
shot.
head. Yeah. So like, and I guess this is like, I don't want to say planned for, but I don't think that it's a major issue. To me, it seems like this is insane. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how this works, but I guess it's not too big of an issue. So they ended up chopping down the second 2 acres of the 3, just mulching it. But what was funny is when we were trying to claim all the, like, find all the plants, we did 1 row. So the way the acres are split up is based on the irrigation.
Mm.
So there's 3 sections of irrigation. But the rows go the entire 3 acres.
That makes sense.
So we went down 1 row, the entire 3 acres, and like cleared it pretty well. But we never got to the second and third part of that long row. So it started to grow up. But there's some plants in there. They didn't chop all that down. They chopped all the rows after that. But even that fourth, like 4 acres that we planted, that stuff's getting out of control now. And it's the same issue that it doesn't matter if you get to it early or late. If you only have 4 guys that are working, you can't. If you can only keep up with 1 acre in half a day,
the amount of stuff the amount of area you have to cover between the number of guys is disproportional, and it's
impossible.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
It doesn't matter how hard or how, like, you need to come up with a completely different system.
You need to hire like 10 more dudes.
So what we did in the third and final field, which is I think another 4 or 5 acres, is we took transplants and hand transplanted like 4,000 plants. Yeah. And that took, I want to say, not a full week. I want to say it was like 3, maybe 3.5, 4 days.
That sounds like a fucking minute.
Yeah, I mean, it took some time, but when you're putting plants out that are already like this tall, and the ground doesn't have any grass that's sprouted yet, you can stay ahead of that way easier. And they're spaced 4 foot apart, not 18 inches like when they were direct seeding. So part of the other issue in some of these other fields is the germination of the plants. Like, you don't know if the plants aren't germinating because there's not enough water, or if they're too deep, or if there's so many or if it's just the genetics of the seeds. I mean, you're planting 50,000 seeds on a farm, and obviously a proportion of those are just going to be gone.
Yeah.
So another thing that was happening, which was kind of weird, was the ants that are in the soil, like all these colonies of ants are taking the seeds and moving them, I guess, for food storage for the ants. So they're taking our hemp, like, we're out there like a few days after we had seeded, and we're going through, and this one dude sends a video. And like in the group, but the problem is there's like iPhones and Androids, so it sends like really shitty videos no matter who sends them. So I was like, what the heck is this a video of? Like, it looks like crabs like carrying a little rock. And I like go over and find out. The ants are taking the hemp seeds and literally like taking them. And like just like getting rid of them.
Get the fuck out of here.
So now we have plants like all over the rows because they're
just spread out. Yeah.
As soon as they move them, if they germinate where they're at there, they'll come up. So it's sort of weird, but that's in the third field where we hand transplanted. They went through half of it and direct seeded on the other side. So we planted the taller plants in the direct middle of the row. And then they did either side of the bed with autoflower. But we did 1 row where we did paper. We rolled out paper and put a little bit of dirt over the sides of the paper and cut holes and planted straight into it. And that's been working out really good in terms of weed suppression.
Really?
Yeah. So the problem is that I don't believe that it's technically like organic certified. Yeah. Even though that it's just like organic paper that's getting put down. So I don't know what...
I feel like that's fine. Jeez.
Well, dude, you can't even use like biodegradable, like made out of corn or soy paper. It's not organic certified. And it's a whole political thing. God. But we don't, like, the guy that owns the company doesn't want to use plastic, 1, because of the organic certification, and 2, because of how it looks to use plastic. to like on an organic farm. It's just sort of.
Yeah.
But the issue is that when you're trying to start a farm on land that hasn't been cultivated and properly managed for years, and you're talking like acres of land, it's just full of whatever's naturally growing there. It's like your yard.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to till your yard up and then plant into it and not have any weeds. Like, that's just not going to happen. It has years of seed and everything that's from around, like, in the soil. With the plastic, though, after a few years, the cycle's going to be broken because there's not going to be weeds coming up dropping more seeds, and you sort of get ahead of that cycle. We'll see what happens in the years to come if they decide to like do anything like that with plastic or whatever, but they're going to have to figure something out to take care of it because that's just not going to be able to work out on a long-term thing. But besides all the, struggles and hard parts of it, it's been good. I mean, it's sort of sucks in the heat of the summer being out there either weed whacking or just like in the field getting baked on.
And summer's not close to being over.
Oh yeah, no. And
you have at least a nice 2 more months of solid heat.
So what I'm hoping for is like the worst of it will be the rest of this month, July. Yeah. And then August, I feel like we start to get more days, even though it is hot in August.
Afternoons can be
It's
better.
just like, it seems to me like it's moving more toward that hurricane season. There's more cloudy.
Cloud coverage always helps, yeah.
Oh my gosh, like it is night and day if you have clouds or no clouds, especially when it's
I saw
89 degrees.
Maybe just think of that. It was funny. I saw construction workers. They had their hard hat on, but then they had taken a huge piece of cardboard, like a huge piece of cardboard box, like one single sheet of it, and then cut a hole like in the center of it.
Put it on
and
the
then
hard
put
hat.
it on the hard hat. So they have like shade cover, like no joke, like out to here, where they're like whole body, like shoulders and arms, like are literally covered. They look funny, but he's like, man, let me tell you, I don't give a fuck how I look. I feel great.
Exactly, man.
That's what y'all need.
It is brutal out there some days, but some days are really nice. Like Friday was really nice. I wasn't there Wednesday, but I was doing the class on Wednesday. So I do a gardening class with my wife at the school for like 2nd and 3rd graders. I guess they're
Teach them how to grow weed.
No. It's funny. One of the teachers who's friends with Sarah, when she heard that we were going to be doing it and that I was going to be helping, she goes, "You've told him that he can't teach him how to grow weed, right?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" But,
come on, man.
Come on, it's legal. No, what was I saying?
You're doing the growing for with Sarah.
Oh, it was just so hot on Wednesday. Yeah. We literally went outside with the kids, and the kids were like,
"No,
not happening.
Fuck
actually,
this.
We're going back inside." Like,
way too hot.
Yeah, it was so hot, and they were out. The dudes at work were out there that day, like working. I was like, Thursday was bad, but not as bad. But things are coming along. I mean, a lot of people who visit the farm, like we have beekeepers that come and like some other people. It's in a part of Punga that's I'd say pretty community. Like a lot of people who live on that road know the people who lived in Punga, and like all that. So
it's a locals alley.
There's a lot of people that say like you guys are really like doing a lot with this that like nobody who's owned it really has ever kept up like this, but it just doesn't. It just feels like we're getting like worked so hard, but like it is, we've done so much stuff if you like try to go back and think about it. But besides work, my house, I mean, I got tomatoes, like I got like a ton of different tomato plants.
Shit sprouting hard.
So tomatoes are starting to ripen up now, and I have a few, like I have 2 bell pepper plants. I have a green bell that they'll turn red as they age, or you can pick them green. Yeah. And then I have a golden bell, which is green and then it turns gold. Yeah. And I have 2 on the golden bell that are starting to turn gold now.
Cool.
But there's probably like, I don't want to overestimate, maybe like 10 peppers on each plant, and 1 on the red bell peppers turning. I have that pepper that I grew inside all winter that's outside with all of them. I have these peppers called Jimmy Nardellas that are a sweet pepper, but they like are red and sort of look like a spicy pepper. I have banana peppers. The banana pepper wasn't doing as well. It only had a few peppers on it. But then I have a habanero that is like loaded. It is, dude. It is the nicest looking plant. Like it's
Make
hard.
some salsa, man.
If you want any habaneros when they start to come off, like I'm gonna have like because habaneros are like what 10 or 20 times more spicy than jalapenos.
Yeah, no,
and I have
they
like
fucking sometimes can burn lips.
I have like probably hanging right now, like just in the flowers and like small ones, but even like bigger ones, like 25 habaneros.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Throw some of the tomatoes and the habaneros together, a little bit of garlic, maybe some onion in there. Blend it up.
Growing. They're not very big yet, but I got some onions growing.
SP, man, you'd be good.
Yeah, man. And then I have a bunch of tomatoes that are what we call volunteers from last year, from the plants that I had. Yeah. So the tomatoes that I buried last year, they've all come up.
Cherry or?
They're technically cherries, but they're bigger cherries. They're like that big.
Oh, damn.
So it's. Did I give you tomatoes last year? I don't know.
No. No, but I remember I did. I came over and had a bunch, and you made salsa and stuff like that.
I think they're the same.
Yeah.
Same tomatoes.
I remember seeing the basket.
Yeah, like I think full.
Yeah, full.
So hopefully I'll be picking them soon. I have like a few different varieties of cherry tomatoes. I have these ones called bumblebees that look like they got like stripes almost, and then I have these ones that turn like purple, and then just regular like smaller sweetie cherry tomatoes, and then a few different types of slicing tomatoes. There's like a green zebra, so it's green when it's ripe, but it has like the zebra stripes, and then I think I have one that's also purple called a black creme beefsteak, and then another one that's like a cooler weather tomato called a Moscovich, but it's got tomatoes on it. It's doing well in the heat. So
hell yeah.
Plus I have 4 marijuana plants out there that are doing good.
Yeah, the picture you sent me, the picture I took of you June 1st, they look like double the size now.
So yeah,
they were like at like maybe kind of your belly button. They look like they're like shoulder.
There's one that's I think as tall as like one branch out of the one that's
it's sprouting hard on one.
Yeah, it's like as tall as me. It's definitely taller than Sarah. But I'm worried that one I'm gonna need to put some sort of stakes
supports
to like
keep it up,
let them fall over.
Yeah.
But those two both did that re-veg thing, so I don't even know what's gonna. So what happened was I put them out early.
Yeah.
So there wasn't enough light, so they thought that it was time to go to flower. They started flowering, but the days were getting longer, so then they had to go back to re-veg, and so they vegged, and now it's back to the time where we're getting close.
So getting close to flowering?
Yeah, here at the end of the month or so is when a lot of stuff should start to tick. It depends on the plant, but usually harvest is like beginning of October around here. Maybe if you push it, you can maybe get to November, but so we'll see what happens. But besides that, we're trying to get the electrician to fix up the garage.
That's right.
To do that. We've had so much issue because, like you said, you got sick. My parents have both been sick. My dad actually was sick earlier in the week, thought that he was better in the middle of the week, went to work, got his ass kicked, had to miss the rest of the week. So hopefully we'll get the electrician here this Wednesday, Thursday, and then all of that room will be electrified.
Yeah.
And then we'll put in the air conditioning unit, then we can put the insulation in the walls, we can put the walls back up,
nice.
We can build out the door in the wall area, and seal it up. And the other interesting thing that I found out is that I don't think there's any reason that I shouldn't be able to get a hemp license for my house for a business. I wasn't sure if they would issue hemp licenses to residents. Like, I will have a business, but at a residence. You know what I mean?
I feel it'll be all right.
So, my plan... We'll see what happens, and I have to really dive into what the laws are, because there's been a lot of stuff that's gone on here recently with the sale of seeds, the
Yeah,
sale
the
of
Delta 8 shit. You remember? I
cuttings,
sent
like
you.
so the Delta 8 stuff is state driven like regulation.
Is the CBD store next to you? Are they still selling?
They still have the sign out. Or I haven't driven past.
Because I want to go by to see if they still have a bottle. Oh,
Yeah,
buddy.
I mean, I'd definitely go by soon if
I want a bottle.
you
yeah,
actually
before it goes, yeah.
But the seeds and the clones, so like selling seeds and clones, I believe the DEA I know said that the sale of marijuana seeds is 100% legal. Like they're not coming after anybody selling seeds, because part of the issue in a way is that when they made these laws around hemp, they wanted to try to legalize hemp because there was so much confusion between what hemp and marijuana was. And they're trying to legalize hemp because hemp has the industrial properties of like fiber and seed.
You
for
can make
feed
stuff
and like,
out of it.
Yeah. I mean, you can do a lot more with it than grow it for medicinal purposes. But when they made the definition of what hemp is, it's just that it has less than X amount of THC.
0.3?
I think it's,
Or
like...
0.03?
Yeah. Or something like that. I always get it mixed up because I always end like, I say percentage, but it's not actually a percentage. Anyway, I think it's 3%, like 0.03, like you're saying.
Yeah,
if
3%.
there's less than 3%, then you're good, I think. Whatever it is, though. At the end of the day, when you have a seed or you have a plant that's vegging or this or that, like it has less than that amount of THC in it, so it's legally defined as hemp. So there's going to be issues with, since hemp is federally legal, you have states that are still illegal to grow or do this or that, and it's like just so complicated because of the way that regulation is coming out. It's not that it's necessarily complicated in and of itself, it's just that you have so many moving parts of like the specific state that you're in is going to have to like agree with the federal and this and that, because like it is so complex.
Too much red tape.
So hopefully what I'm thinking I'll be able to do at the very least is grow some hemp and try to like maybe breed for hemp and sell seeds to people like the guy that I work for or other farmers in the area that want to grow, because what you can do is different plants do better in different climates.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like, so if you have, a variety of hemp and you pop 100 seeds, a percentage of those seeds are going to like the climate that they're in better than others, and you'll be able to tell by the growth and this and that.
Which one does better, and you can keep.
You can select those and keep them and continue breeding into that, so that when somebody's growing here and it's 100 degrees, 80% humidity in August or whatever, and your plant's in flower, you're not going to get like bud rot or this or that. You're going to have selected for this area.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what I think I want to move towards, but also, if it's possible, like maybe even like a nursery where I could have plants that I could sell to people. Now, I don't know, again, what the rules would be in terms of like, I probably can't sell you more than 4 plants per day if you're just an individual, because
or
then
a
you
month
have
or whatever it is,
yeah, and then you'll have too many plants. But like if I'm selling to if I'm a registered hemp, and I'm selling to another registered hemp, then I can probably sell them. Yeah, so sort of just figuring all that out, and it really is just like calling people or like talking to people and being like, hey, this is what I want to do. Like, what do I need to do to be able to do it? Am I able to do it? Like, and a lot of the people are like, yeah, I don't know, do whatever. And you're talking to like the USDA, they're like, yeah, we're not sure. Like, you're good.
Yeah, just fucking do it. You'll be fine.
It's like weird because it's like there's a lot of, like, it seems scary in a way. Like, you get in trouble for doing the wrong thing, but at the same time, it's like, I see some of the stuff that goes on, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not how, like, it's supposed to be regulatory wise. But yeah. So once that garage is done, be back in business. But besides all that, I mean,
Going good?
yeah, everything's been good. I think.
Well, hell yeah.
Big recaps.
Big recaps. Like I said, month and a half left to talk about.
Yeah.
On it here. And so hopefully we'll get back to our routine programming schedule.
For sure.
For our special viewers we have.
Exactly.
Yeah, so let us know. Y'all, any questions y'all have, comments, always leave it there in the comment section or DM us, whatever, on socials. But glad to be back in the swing of it. Glad to be married.
Even though the first week went. No, I'm just kidding.
That was hell. I went through hell for it, but it's over. It's only uphill.
It's only uphill from here.
Only uphill from here. That's all that matters. So.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Well, this is season 2, episode 16, Couch Surfing Podcast. We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.